Let's take a look at religious discrimination in the workplace. Religion-based discrimination and the ability of employers to create work rules that may affect religious freedom continue to be an issue in the workplace. For instance, the issue of standards of dress in a number of religions, notably Islam's standards for women attire in public, including the hijab, has become a point of contention in some workplaces. There are many religious freedom questions that we're dealing with in companies today, and there are certainly no easy answers. Remember, the federal courts have determined that religious discrimination is a violation of the 1964 Civil Rights Act because it identifies religion as a protected class. Because religion was specifically identified in the Civil Rights Act, we can't use it as a factor in making any employment decision with our employees. Religion is a less obvious characteristic than gender or race, so is usually not a characteristic on which we base decisions. However, if a person's religion requires a certain type of dress or observation of religious holidays or days of worship that is not in keeping with normal workday practices of the organization, and if the individual requests accommodation for these religious beliefs, then we generally would need to make a reasonable effort to accommodate such requests. Employers are required to provide such a reasonable accommodation for requests that are based on employees' sincerely held religious beliefs or practices, unless doing so would impose an undue hardship on their business operations. The general result of a series of federal court rulings on religion and religious practices has been that if such practices can be accommodated by the organization without creating an excessive burden on the organization, then they must be accommodated under penalty of law. However, if the job description and specifications require employees to work specific days and hours of the day, or complete certain tasks that might violate some personal religious beliefs, and if the applicant accepts the job, then the employer does not need to accommodate any employee requests not to work during those days or hours.